It is so powerful and so gratifying to be able to help people all around the world. In this season where we're looking at 10,000 reasons as to why we need to see 100 Huntley Street continue, let me just offer you 3 reasons as it relates to the kind of clip you just saw. Let's go to Southeast Asia, where because your giving, your support of this ministry helps us rescue girls, preteens, early teens out of sex slavery. Let me give you another reason why it's so important that 100 Huntley Street continue to be on the air to tell stories and to help change lives through Jesus Christ. Let's go to Ukraine. Let's visit an orphanage in Lviv, Ukraine, where we have young people there, kids who are displaced from society. But an orphanage has taken them in, and we provide training and encouragement, resources, development for these kids through seminary students, Bible college students that are there in Lviv. If these kids aren't helped, if they're not offered an opportunity to be able to improve their lives, by the time they are outed of that particular orphanage, guess what happens? The majority of the girls turn to prostitution. The majority of the boys turn to crime. And let me give you one more. When you look at places like Western Africa right now, where the Ebola virus is growing and the concerns now has made its way to the U.S. and Canada, it's very, very important in nations in that part of the world, in fact, in all nations, that we can provide decent water, clean water, good food, but also be able to provide sustainability operations so that people can grow their own crops and be able to get fresh water from wells that we can help them dig. Here's a big, big reason that your financial support helps us. When you give, we are able to dig wells. For just a few $1,000s, we can dig a well that has either never existed before, or we can refurbish a well that has been poisoned by guerrilla warriors trying to create conflict in nations. We do that, and we do it well with partners there and partners here who are able to help us be able to go in and be able to drill down into the earth, to the water table, and to be able to create wells so that women do not have to walk miles and miles to a river somewhere that may already be polluted, but they can get fresh water in their village. Because you give, we are able to teach farmers new methods of farming in these rural, more primitive, less sophisticated areas where technology is just not an advantage. You know, when Jesus came, he talked about reaching the lost, but he also talked about reaching the least. And to be honest with you, every day when we come here, in our hearts and on our minds, as we talk to you on camera, we think about the least and the lost. We proclaim the gospel to the lost, but we also want to help those that right now have least opportunity before them, and we want to give them that. Your gifts give us that ability to help people who are wounded, to help people who are vulnerable, to help people who are frightened. A reason that we need to stay on the air, a reason that we need to exist, a reason that 100 Huntley Street in itself is a cause, is that there are people around the world who are hurting and wounded, and God has uniquely positioned us by His grace to be able to be the hands and feet of Jesus Christ in communities all over the world. We do not ask for ourselves. We ask for those, the most vulnerable, the most needy, the least, and the lost. So when you give, when you call, you'll be a difference maker, and you'll do it in partnership with us in the name of Jesus Christ. And by the way, some of you are really responding beautifully, and I'm so grateful for it, with our $1,000 challenge. It's been amazing to see that response, and we're grateful. Would you keep it up? But as well, all of you, whether you give $1,000 or you give just $5 or $10, whatever the amount is, we need your help now. Would you go to those pledge lines and would you call? And as a beautiful mosaic, a concert of believers invested in something that is bigger than ourselves, would you give to make other people's lives better? Do it in partnership with people who will take those better ways to people in the name, the precious name of Jesus Christ. 1-888-288-0003 is the pledge line. Thanks for giving me your time. We're very, very grateful. And thank you for prayerfully considering investing in this ministry. There are lots of reasons today to keep this program strong.